The early days of the yajna were long and packed with activity. Swamiji's travel had increased and his schedule was packed. Devotees close to him would say, most days he went to sleep at 1 a.m., but he would always be up at 3 a.m. to start the new day. And if we overslept, he would wake us up lovingly. Swami Jyotirmayananda remembers the challenging days of the early yajnas. We were in a bus with Swamiji to Palghat, and it would get stuck at every climb. Swamiji would come down with the other passengers and push the bus. And because there was not enough seating room, Swamiji and I huddled in a little corner for the entire journey where the spare tire was kept. And yet he was so full of energy and enthusiasm. He never bothered once about discomforts. We would share one mat to sleep on, no bedding, no pillows. Very often, the three of us would share one banana, and that was our meal. As the early yajnas began to take shape, devotees had expressed the desire to create an organization so that there could be an ongoing program after the yajna to continue study. Swamiji himself was aware that he needed a bigger plan. After all, if a seeker was to succeed, Shravanam had to be followed by Mananam and Chintanam, or reflection. Right now, when he left the city after the conclusion of a yajna, everything seemed to fold up. Until then, Swamiji had called his work the Divine Mission, based on Swami Shivananda's Divine Life Society. But in the summer of 1953, a group from Madras had requested the Swami that a formal organization be set up in the name of Chinmaya Mission. Swamiji agreed in principle, but was quite opposed to the name. Don't start any organization in my name. I have not come here to be institutionalized. I have come here to give the message of our ancient sages, which has benefited me. If it has benefited you, pass it on, he said. The devotees wrote back saying that the word Chinmaya did not have to indicate Swamiji's name, since the word itself meant pure knowledge, which they were seeking. And as seekers of the truth, we would like to call ourselves Chinmaya Mission, they said emphatically. Swamiji finally relented, and thus, on August 8, 1953, the Chinmaya Mission was formed. And within 2 years, the mission had 6 branches in Madras. In just 10 years, there were over 100 mission centers established throughout the country. And today, in 2016, there are 334 centers, 58 temples, and 16 ashrams established across the globe. The forming of the study group. At the end of the 17th yajna in Delhi in 1956, Swamiji began to emphasize the necessity to continue the learning by meeting regularly at a specified place and time. Each day, he would distribute a form to the audience. Those who were interested in continuing the study of Vedanta were asked to fill their contact details. After this, they were allocated to a study group in a venue near their home. The focus was Shastra Chintana Pradhana, or logical reflection on the study of scriptures. Here is what Swamiji advised to all study group members. Mere listening is not enough. These ideas are to be reflected upon deeply and digested slowly. This process is hastened only when you discuss what you have studied with others. Not only do the ideas become deeply rooted in you, but as they become clearer, they also inspire those who listen to you. The formation of the Balvihar. Swamiji had once said, if children were groomed with noble values from a young age, it would be natural and easy for them to step into a life of vision when they grew up. In 1955, Swamiji had directed Janaki Seth to organize a special program for children in Delhi. It was called the Children's Well-Being Center, and within months the number of children had doubled. In 2 years, the program spread to other cities, and in 1957 the program was formally incorporated as Balvihar. Swamiji initiated Balvihar as being centered around the Samskara Pradhana, or inculcating noble values and the right disposition in life. Swamiji's principle for Balvihar was simple yet profound. Children are not vessels to be filled, but lamps to be lit, he said. The formation of the chick. Swamiji often said about youth, the youth are not useless or careless, but used less and cared less. He encouraged youngsters to inquire and ask questions, and thus the Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, or CHIK, was formed in 1975 in Bangalore as a special forum that gave attention to the needs of youth all over the world between ages of 13 and 28. The focus was Vichara Pradhana, or emphasis on inquiry. The formation of the Devi group. Swamiji was no stranger to self-assured women either. He had grown up amidst them and was always for their liberation and education in Vedanta. Women had helped organize his early yajnas, and when he was approached in 1958 to start a study group of like-minded ladies, Swamiji readily approved and named them the Chinmaya Devi group. Swamiji's message was centered around the importance of the woman in the family. He said this, when a mother is a true seeker, the whole environment of the house changes. Your family does not have to go out to hear a Swami. You change and your environment will follow. You are the mother, the model, the guru. The formation of the Vanaprastha Sansthan. Swamiji's thoughts for senior citizens were centered around graceful aging through spiritual living. Remember, maturity is a stage, not an age, he would say. It just doesn't come with time and grey hair. You have to work towards it. The objective of the Vanaprastha Sansthan was to give senior citizens a comprehensive vision and to improve the quality and style of their life through learning and selfless service. The formation of the Tapovan Prasad. Swamiji's talks during the yajnas were typed up and distributed under the name Yajna Prasad. By 1955, the Yajna Prasad was being mailed to over 12,000 spiritual seekers, and they were sent free of cost. This soon became prohibitive. Devotees suggested publishing them as a fortnightly journal for a nominal fee to cover the cost of publication. Swamiji agreed. In September 1955, a journal named Tyagi was launched. It included articles by great saints including Swami Shivananda, Sri Aurobindo, Swami Vivekananda, and even European thinkers such as Aldous Huxley and Saint Francis of Assisi. In 1962, the Tyagi and another publication, the Usha, were absorbed into one voice and called the Tapovan Prasad. And thus, the Chinmaya mission took shape, aided by the pillars of the Jnana Yajnas, the study groups, the Balvihars, the Chiks, the Devi group, the Vanaprastha Sansthan, and the Tapovan Prasad. Swami Chinmayananda's afternoon dream on the banks of the Ganges had become a reality. Yes, it was Ishvara Sankalpa. But even the gods need an instrument, and Swami Chinmayananda was the perfect one.
Hari Om Namaskar. We are sure you liked the video. For more such amazing videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon.